Support.
The maestro, please!
August kind of coming through this week. Twice as many albums as last, given that's only 4, and 2 of them are by the same guy. But still, this'll be for the week of
August 29th, 2026.
On This Day in Music back in 1970, I'll Be There by the Jackson 5 would be released. It would be their 4th #1 hit in a row after I Want You Back, ABC, and The Love You Save, making them the first group to have their first 4 singles get to #1, and being the first all-black male group with 4 consecutive #1s. It would go on to become Motown's biggest hit of their Detroit era up until 1972. Number 3 of Jon Batiste's piano series, Monk Meditations. Monk obviously referring to Thelonious Monk. And if you're wondering what's going on with number 2... it would be here, Black Mozart, and I personally really like the jazzy renditions of the well-known Mozart pieces. It's worth noting there's actually a 4th one in this piano series as well, but the 4th one actually charted on the jazz charts given not high enough.
Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing.
You know, so hopefully number 4 from Jon Batiste's piano series will actually get up into the top 5, given he's competing with, you know, Loewe, Sinatra, and Sade, so.
Singing, I love rock and roll. Back when no one could tell us apart, and I turned down the music.
3rd studio album from Phoebe Bridgers, and her first solo release in 6 years. Obviously, she's been doing a lot of work with Boy Genius. There were actually 2 new rap releases, it's just none of them got to the top 5. Hopefully that Nipsey Hussle and Bino Rito thing gets a little higher, though. It's at 8 right now. At this point, I think summer has given us all the dance and electronic albums that it's gonna give, so we're just gonna have to wait till fall for the next one.
And now I need some help from the maestro, please!
Drinking Jack all by myself. He's choosing Texas, I can tell.
You know, the track on this album, Most Good Things Do, and then it says acoustic. If that's the only version on the album and the only version that's really known, does it need to be labeled acoustic?
Kiss me and I dropped it.
And even going back to my comment last week that The Cure should be done by The Cure, Robert Smith is featured on What's Wrong With Me.
Everything I do multiply by 2. I got this and that, this and that. We could take a cool part.
There are 2 other editions of this you can get. There's the This and That Cool edition, and then the Chill edition. Obviously, they have the cool version of This and That, and then the chill version of This and That.
Back when no one could tell us apart, and I turned down the music.
If you get this on vinyl or CD, you get an additional track, Best Dressed.
You move like an animal. Nobody knows you're out of control, but I...
EP number 3 by KATSEYE. You'll notice there's only 5 of the 6 members on the cover, as Manon has been on temporary hiatus since February. So August wasn't exactly the heaviest month, but hey, maybe September will pick things up.
And now I need some help from the maestro, please! Maestro,